This episode sounds like shit. I fucked up the mics, alright? Give me a goddamn break. Next week, we're gonna sound good again, crystal clear. Until then, listen to this shit. Try to enjoy it. Or don't. I don't give a shit. Hello and welcome to the Michael Jacobs Moment, a podcast that has almost nothing to do with 90s sitcom Boy Meets World. I'm Scott Bigos. I'm joined by Julia Valtieri, who does not understand what men's fascination with fire is.
It's something to do with cooking the meat for the tribe.
And roller coaster enthusiast George Mills is here.
I did not get to go on a single roller coaster in 2020.
That's so sad. Okay, let's kick it off with our moment of the day.
Corey, it's just you and me. We've known each other our whole lives. We've always been able to talk.
That's what's making this so hard now.
It doesn't have to be.
Look, Topanga, if I had to dream up the perfect woman, she wouldn't even come close to you. Would you be my girlfriend?
Oh my gosh.
Yes or no?
Michael Jacobs.
Wow.
Bitch.
I think you picked the quintessential Michael Jacobs moment.
Yeah, at the end of that, Michael Jacobs comes up on the screen. Executive producer Michael
Wait,
Jacobs.
so does Topanga say yes?
She
Yeah.
plants one.
Yeah, she kisses
On him.
So we assume.
I feel like if someone were to tell me you're better than the most perfect guy I can dream of, that would be way too much fucking pressure.
Well, I was
Yeah.
gonna
Like,
ask- I was
number
gonna
one, no,
ask,
I'm not.
Julia, has anyone ever said that to you or anything like that?
Why just me? Why couldn't someone have said it to George?
Well,
Because I'm
assuming-
obviously not. It's just no one would ever say
Obviously,
that to me.
Well, he just said how uncomfortable he would be, so I assume.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. No.
Okay.
But, people say nice things, but that's a lot of pressure for like a 7th grader or whatever the fuck grade they were in at the time. It's too much.
I don't know. I feel like that's the only appropriate time to say it because it's like in seventh grade.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
It's like imagine
not
saying
real.
that as like a 30-year-old to another 30-year-old.
Oh my.
Yeah, I
No,
don't think
that's a
I've
murderer.
I don't think I've ever heard like a speech like that, like a rom-com speech on either side. To be
No.
honest. Yeah.
'Cause
Not
that's
really realistic.
Oh, you should try that next, Scott.
Yeah,
on
maybe.
if I were to dream up the perfect woman, she wouldn't even come close to you, and maybe someone will get the reference.
Yeah. All right, yeah, I'll try that on Tinder next time. All right,
Okay.
let's clear the air.
Let's clear the air. Let's clear the air.
So long-time listeners are probably wondering, where's Taylor? And first-time listeners are probably wondering, what the fuck is this show? Our old host Taylor recently set out on an expedition to Africa to find the gem of Ab Mana. That's an ancient stone said to bend reality to the will of whoever possesses it. We're hoping Taylor has a safe and successful trip. We're also hoping that if he finds the gem, he doesn't do anything too crazy with it. In the meantime, we're keeping in touch with the latest technology.
Did you hear about the latest thing? What's going on?
There's this new app called Clubhouse, which I only heard about through various controversies surrounding things that happen on Clubhouse, but no layman can use Clubhouse. It's like a very exclusive, first I'll tell you, it's a very exclusive app that is like little chat rooms. So it's like a social network, but with only your voice, and you can start a little chat room and invite people to it, or I guess you could talk to just another person, but you can only get on if you're invited, and right now only like celebrities and really fancy people are on it, and there's all these controversies happening, and yet the only proof we have are the celebrities telling us that other celebrities have said weird things.
Do we even like? Are there screenshots?
No, it's like semi-influencers like on Twitter. No, there's no screenshots because it's your voice and they don't record anything. So it's literally just voices in an app that then disappear forever.
So it's literally like a chat, like what we're doing right now. It's just
Yeah.
celebrities yelling at each other, or are there different? We don't know anything about it. Now that I know nothing about it, I want to know everything about it.
I know. Well, it's like you can just start a room. I guess I could start a room and call it like, "Hey, you want to talk about, chili peppers?" And then people can come in.
That's
think.
it sounds like very like throwback to classic AOL chat rooms.
Classic chat rooms.
Man, I miss classic chats.
Yeah, except this has voices, and I assume people would just kind of be like yelling over each other. I don't understand how like a room full of a lot of people would work with voices.
Yeah, this is hard enough to record without that happening. I can't imagine if like we weren't trying, like if we didn't know it was being recorded.
Or like if it was like an argument. Like, have you ever seen people argue on Instagram Live back and forth to each other, and it's unintelligible.
Oh.
You can't. Or what's his name? Takashi. He used to do that a lot.
Who's that?
Takashi 61969. Takashi.
Oh, that's so weird. I just read who he was. He's a rapper, right?
Yeah, he's a rapper.
Okay.
He was in prison for a bit for snitching. People don't like him for snitching.
Oh shit.
Wait, so there's people on this app who are just like reporting to the public saying this celebrity said something.
Yes, it's like it's like real celebrities and then like people with like blue check marks on Twitter. And that's all that's talking to each other. Like someone said that Kevin Hart said that someone said that Kevin Hart in a chat room said that black people have a culture where they tear each other down. But the only proof we have is this stupid person on Twitter saying that he said that in Clubhouse.
Oh my god, and we
Isn't
don't have
that
any
so
context.
weird?
There's
Yeah.
Nothing. It's so stupid.
It's so stupid. So yeah, I was wondering, I guess you guys don't like this app, huh? We don't need another one?
I mean, I don't know. It's like, it just sounds like another stupid exclusive thing. It doesn't, you
Yep.
know what I mean?
Well, I think that we don't need another social media app. I was actually imagining myself downloading a new social media app and then like telling my friends to also downloading it. Like I would be embarrassed to do that, honestly.
I don't know. I feel like, for example, like if there was like a way for it to, that's the thing. There will never be a social media app that doesn't like farm your information because there's no other way for them to make money. So basically, like I would love a website where I could post photos for my friends and like post things to my friends without seeing a bunch of ads or about seeing a bunch of other people that I don't care about. But that's not going to ever happen.
Yeah, I mean, you
think
just have to like text it to them.
Yeah, that's just like email what the internet, or like make a website and just be like, go to my website, guys.
Let's make a website. I know how to. You guys
friend-
have GeoCities? Friend site?
A friend site? I mean, I know how to use Squarespace.
We can put all our favorite GIFs on a site.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
And then, but then, see, even that has the potential to lead somewhere you don't want to go. If it gets popular, then we're going to become like these Andy Warhol type figures where people are like, oh my God, their memes and their GIFs are the best.
That's true. I mean, it's just, what's that?
So you're saying that the problem with making our own website is that we might get famous for it.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, that's a very distinct possibility.
Isn't that the danger in life if you're too good at anything?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to me, it's a danger. To
Speaking
some,
of
it's a
famous
goal.
people, and also the latest thing, apparently Kim Kardashian and Kanye West might be getting a divorce, is what Julia wrote here.
Yes.
Oh my god,
That's all.
Crazy.
I thought that was pretty crazy.
What's the?
Why is that crazy? I feel like
They're just like our answer to like royalty, I think. I don't know.
right.
What's the person that they're rumored to have an affair with?
Yeah, there's a rumor that she's dating an anchor on CNN, Van Jones. The guy that cried.
No, I'm sorry. Wait, Kim is dating Van Jones?
There's a rumor that she is.
Wow. See, this is good information. I'm glad.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
This is really going to help me in my life.
Listen, now when you go on a date, Scott, you can be like, "Hey, did you hear about Van Jones?"
Yeah.
And then she'll be like, "Who's Van Jones?" Because you don't go in with Kim, right? Because everyone knows
Right.
about Kim. To me, it's more shocking that Van Jones is dating Kim
Is
Kardashian.
involved. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so but no, wasn't there a rumor that Kanye was like seeing somebody, like a person with crazy hair and tattoos? Do you know
Oh.
anything about that?
No, I don't. I didn't look further into it. I just thought it would be
I'm
enough.
sure there's all kinds of rumors about what Kanye.
Jeffree Star? Do you know who Jeffree Star is?
Jeffree Star. He's dating a man?
Jeffree Star is a man?
Oh,
Holy shit!
no.
So I'm getting the side information
know
from
what
Sav.
Jeffree
She's the
Star
research
is.
assistant. It's a rumor apparently, and Jeffree Star is
Okay.
apparently a man.
Well,
No.
either way. they're
Wait,
both-
really? Is
Jeffree
it
Star
a man?
It is a man.
And Kanye's dating a man?
Allegedly, Savannah said it. So if
Either
you know.
way, they're on the dating scene now. They're back on the dating scene. They might be interested in our next segment.
The names have been changed. The names have been changed. It's dating advice and personal stories. The names have been changed. The names have been.
So the moment at the beginning of the day actually got me thinking about childhood crushes. Although not like high school, middle school, like wherever Corey and Topanga were. I'm thinking like your earliest first one. Like I'm going back to first grade. And it was the girl that sat in front of me in first grade. And
Do you remember her name, though? Because I don't remember. You finish, but yeah, do you have like distinct memories?
I mean, yes, I remember her name because, I mean, yeah, we kept going to school together, but I didn't like her the whole time or whatever. It was just in first grade. Every year in elementary school, I had a crush on a different girl. But,
Yep.
Oh
yeah.
my.
Yeah.
Me too.
And then, so this girl sat in front of me, and it's so weird, your first one, because you, like, don't have any sexual feelings yet. It's like this raw admiration.
Yeah.
And
It's
I
just like
liked-
intense magnetism, where it's like
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Although,
just
I
liked
don't know, I
watching
felt
her
like-
concentrate.
I was like a horny little fuck since I was like little, so like I don't know if that's true about me. Although
Did you
I guess
like hump couches? Don't like
No,
kids
no, no,
like
it's just,
hump
like-
things?
like I was just like I'd like looking at girls in bikinis and shit. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And like I remember finding my cousin's porn stash when I was like fucking in kindergarten, and I was like, "What's happening in
Oh.
my pants?"
Oh no.
Oh, wow, okay.
Oh
Holy
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's
like,
way
but it's
faster than
also
me.
because like, no, I was like totally like fantasizing about stuff real early, but like I would never fantasize about like being with someone my age because that seemed very creepy somehow. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
Yeah,
Just
yeah, it was
older
all-
women.
Yeah, it's older
You were
women
in
because they're
kindergarten.
adults, and because you can't. I
Oh
mean, you
my
can't. You
God.
can't do stuff with a kid.
Yeah,
Right.
but I
I
really want
remember-
to see.
In my mind, I never imagined the adult doing stuff with a kid. I was
Yeah.
doing the stuff with the adult.
I want to
Fucking
see
perv.
kindergarten. I want to see kindergarten George hitting on an older woman.
An older
Well, no,
woman.
it was funny. I asked one of my like neighbors on like a joke date when I was in like I think maybe even before preschool, and like
Oh
in
my God.
Mexico, like the whole machismo thing. So everyone's like, "Oh yeah, it's cute," blah blah blah. So we went on a date, and I had to go to the
Wait,
bathroom,
She
but I
went
couldn't
on
get
a
my
date
zipper down.
with you?
It wasn't like a real date.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
like yeah. She was like,
Aw.
and I went to the bathroom and I couldn't get my zipper down, so I just stayed in the bathroom until she came because she thought something was wrong. I have a few stories I can
These
tell.
are a lot. Yeah, this
That
is
is
a
such
good
a
story.
good date moment. Wait, so you were in
Yeah.
kindergarten at
But
the time?
this was your first
No, this was
kindergarten
in
date.
8th grade.
And she was how? And
no,
this
this was not in 8th
Yeah.
grade. This was. I mean, she
How-
must have been what like 16 through 20. I have no idea.
Aw. And she
like,
just
I
went
had
on a
big
date
crush
with
on
you
her.
to be
Yeah,
cute.
just like a cute
That's
little.
so cute.
We went to fucking the equivalent of Denny's, and I got pancakes and shit. And I paid. I got the money, and I paid,
Wow.
which was my
Wow.
parents' money, of course.
Yeah. Wait, so
I love
they
that
have
you just stayed
pancakes
in the
in
bathroom.
Mexico? Yeah.
Well, there was another time when I didn't know how to wipe my ass yet, and I was in school.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't worry about
Continue.
it. And so instead of
Don't worry about it.
I just waited in the bathroom for my teacher to be like, "What's up?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm just like I don't know how to."
That is genius.
Yeah,
That's
this was-
actually genius. Because then you don't have to figure it out.
so that's not the first or the last time I play that move. So
Yeah.
if you guys see me go to the bathroom and don't come back, just come look for me.
Something's wrong.
Something's
Okay.
up.
You're just standing in there, not able to work your pants or something.
My
you-
zipper's stuck.
Oh my. I could continue with the poop thing, but
But
we don't have to.
Yeah, no,
if you had another question for George,
Well, I wanted to know, like, did you run through like a method or two before you decided, like, no, I'd better just wait? Like,
no, I
how
was
many
like, no,
ways are there
don't
to
know how
wipe
do
your
this.
ass?
Dude, I don't know. I was too little.
all right, okay, Julia, tell us about your first crush.
Oh, well, though, my first crush, I do have distinct memories of feeling something during, like, a love scene in, like, first grade, and I felt really uncomfortable, and I couldn't go to sleep, and I felt, like, gross. So that was my first memory of, like, feeling horny. I didn't like it. And then my first crush was in Italy. I grew up in Italy, and George grew up in Mexico. This is a very eclectic podcast. But it was in Italy, and all I remember was he had a scar on his forehead that was in the shape of, like, a Nike check. And I thought he was so cool for that reason, and I don't remember anything else about him.
Did you think it was because of the scar, or because specifically it was in the shape of a Nike swoosh?
I think I just liked it because it was, like, his trademark, and everyone knew him because of that. So I was like, oh, he's
this is like a known actor.
No, this is the person I went to school
George,
with.
you're
Oh man,
lost.
I was totally okay. Holy
It's
shit!
the person I went to school with in Italy.
How old were you guys?
I was in first grade,
Okay.
Italy. So when did you move to America?
second grade.
Yo, me
So I'm-
too. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Wait, Julia,
I
was
think
your
that's when our
first
brains are the most, like, malleable to other languages.
was your first feeling of horniness before the crush?
Yes. I wasn't, like, horny towards the crush. I just accidentally, like,
you remember-
watched a sex scene, and I
Do
didn't
you remember
like
the
it.
name? I know the names have been changed, but it's like a different country, so I think it's fine.
Well, no, I don't remember his name.
What
And I
why-
wish
Why do you need to know it? What difference does it make?
I
I was
want to
gonna
know.
look him up on Facebook.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well then that's why we need to change it.
I'm gonna look up Nike swoosh forehead
Nike
Italian scar.
Well, if I really wanted to, I could look up the school I went to, ask for their records on that year, and see. But that's for a different kind of investigative podcast.
Yeah, that phone call will go something like, "Hey, I'm all horned up for this kid."
Yeah.
Wait, did everyone say theirs then?
Yeah. So
Oh,
we're
I
gonna
like-
go on. Wait,
Right.
unless you had another story, I thought you were gonna.
Well, then when I came to America, I had a crush on another person, and he now has, like, 3 kids. But like in the way, like, he had kids when he was, like, 16, so I'm glad I didn't pursue that one.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
His
Now
kids
saying-
are already having crushes.
Yeah, probably.
Anyway, speaking of remembering old things, do you guys remember believing in? I got your segue here, Julia.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember believing in old urban legends as kids?
Useless history, insignificant shit we read. Useless history, insignificant shit we read.
yeah. So today we're gonna tell you a little story that I came across this week. So
Oh,
yeah, why are you laughing?
because I didn't know if this was, like, an old one that you knew for a while.
No, I came across like a YouTube video about this, and I
Okay.
thought everyone should know about it. So in 1897, some folks thought it would be a good idea to build a courthouse in Eastland, Texas. They thought it would be nice to include a time capsule in the cornerstone of the building. But for some reason, they thought it would also be a good idea to include a living horned toad named Blinky inside the time capsule.
What?
31 years later, in 1928, when the courthouse was rebuilt, the time capsule was opened, and people were shocked to see Blinky seemingly come back to life and shake off 31 years of dust. Old Blinky went on to tour across the country and even met President Coolidge. 11 months later, Blinky
What?
died from 11 months later, Blinky died from pneumonia. He was embalmed and placed in an open casket in the lobby of the new courthouse in Eastland, Texas, where you can visit him to this very day.
Wow. A tiny
this
toad
sounds pretty-
casket.
This sounds official. This is,
And
like,
there's-
debated?
Well, I mean, people debate whether or not it was true. People think that they swapped out the horn tone, but it's just like that's such a long con. Like the people would have to be like sons of the person opening the time capsule. There was also someone stole the horn toad at one point and held it for ransom and said that the whole
Ooh.
thing was a hoax and he wanted other people to come forward.
The
But
Great
then he
Horn
just
Toad
returned it.
caper.
Yeah, but there's
How
like
long-
example.
How long do horned toads live normally? Do we know that?
I don't know that, but I do know that there are other amphibians that can hibernate for years. They'll
I'm
like
gonna look that
basically.
up.
Oh, I'm on it.
Oh. Click, 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 click.
Yeah,
Airport
can you hear
click
it?
sounds.
Yeah. 5 years. So
Oh, wow. Okay,
yeah, he's
so no
going
way.
in.
I think people
Well,
are
so the
confusing.
theory would be that
Yeah.
that it hibernated in the stone, which is not unheard of for amphibians to hibernate for years on end. And it's also weird because there's also examples dating back of history of people finding toads alive inside of rocks of buildings. It's not like
Huh.
a first occurrence of this thing, but people still think it's a hoax. No one knows for sure.
Usually, though, a hoax is like for a purpose, and this has no like other purpose. So I believe it.
Yeah, like what would it be for like publicizing the courthouse? Like I don't know.
Yeah, Or
I guess
Texas.
like maybe if it was earlier, because it was 1928. Maybe if it was like in the 1800s, like people used to like gather to see train crashes and shit. So like, I guess like a horned toad would be kind
Well, I
of
was
exciting.
just gonna say, I think that is
Uh-oh.
early enough for that to be
You
entertaining.
think it is
like,
1928?
Yeah, like that comes into town and everyone gathers around.
Yeah,
God,
no
they were
one's
probably
drinking.
So bored back then.
Yeah, they're all
But
doing
only,
dry
so the thing is,
January.
it only toured for 11 months.
Toured. Oh my god.
Yeah,
And then it died, also another interesting, it died of pneumonia, which is curious how they found out that the horned toad had pneumonia.
yeah, they did a
And
little
that-
autopsy on him.
He had COVID.
COVID-related pneumonia. Sad. Fake news.
And then they gave him a little
Wow.
casket.
Now that is truly some useless history, George. Thank you.
Yeah, that was
No problem.
perfect, useless history.
I have another thing though. Did you guys know that in some places they eat toads? I mean,
They
sorry,
eat
that's
toads.
nope. Sorry, that's frogs. Toads are more of a reality show challenge, right?
Oh, let's brainstorm reality shows.
Brainstorm. Brainstorm. Brainstorm.
Not just any reality shows. Food reality shows. One of my favorites. One of my favorite brands of reality show. All right, so
That's right. Yeah, you go first.
yeah. Oh, me? Okay. So I have 3. The first one is called Supreme Mashups, and it's Supreme SOUP mashups.
I hope
It's
that all
where-
yours are pun based.
I have a pun-based one too.
You have to.
I'm not clever enough for puns.
It's where you mix 2 popular dishes, so supreme mashups, mix 2 popular dishes into a soup that is not disgusting. So it can be like peanut butter and jelly and eggs Benedict, but you gotta make it taste good in a soup.
Is it a competition?
Yeah, of course. And
So
whoever
you're
like
originally like teams, and they
No,
have the
no
same things they have to mash
teams.
up, or no, it's just one.
just one, like 3 contestants maybe, and like they have it's like Chopped with
Okay,
like a
okay.
basket with like a peanut butter and jelly and an eggs Benedict, and you gotta make a soup and you gotta make it taste good, but it has to have all those flavors. So that's the
I like
first one.
I like
Thank
it.
you.
I'd watch. I'd tune in.
And everyone likes soup, right?
Eh.
Soup is
Coming down on
divisive.
soup.
Yeah, I don't know. I just never really have it. It's fine.
What about a stew?
It's
I like
comforting,
chili,
yeah.
which is close.
yeah.
Chili's.
Oh, do you know my last name is actually a
Oh,
Polish
yeah.
stew? It's like a hunter.
Have you had it?
I actually haven't.
Wow, that's a big
Oh.
mistake on your part. I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
you should make it.
Julia, what's your next one?
It's Chef Island. So it's Bachelor in Paradise, but they're chefs. So they're always on coke and they're always trying to one-up each other. So it's not really that different than regular Bachelor in Paradise.
And they also like live together in the same island, right? So there's like interliving drama.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Chef
people
Island.
fucking and stuff. You think?
I feel like chefs, yeah, definitely, because like you ever work at a restaurant, everyone's fucking.
I
They're
love
just,
it
like,
because
tired and on like everyone's drunk. I feel like, or on
feel
some
like
sort of.
just
go ahead.
the name Chef Island is great. Like you don't need to pitch it anymore. It's like, yeah, I'm in.
Yeah, you can tell. Yeah.
I mean, if it's
can
like
tell it's
Bachelor
gonna
in
be good show.
Paradise and they're all banging each other, and then it's like, oh, but they
Yeah.
happen to also be chefs, I'm into that because the fact that they're chefs just inherently makes them more interesting than the people on Bachelor in Paradise.
Right. And
You guys feel like?
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was just saying, like, there might be some food-related things in there, like they'll cook each other stuff on their dates and shit. But go
Right.
ahead.
I was gonna say it could be like the challenge, and all the challenges are food related.
Oh yeah, and do people have sex on the challenge? They do, right?
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah. My friend like watches the challenge. Like she didn't do Zoom Quizzo with us because she was watching the challenge, which I
Wow,
think is
that's
so funny.
hardcore devotion.
Yeah, people are really into it still, all these years later.
Well, there's some contestants
world.
that's like their lifeblood.
I have not
Yeah.
seen that or heard of that. The challenge.
It's the Real World Road Rules Challenge, but now it's
Wow.
just called the challenge.
Okay.
It's just
Yeah, I don't
lasted
know.
since. But you know what that
It's
is, right?
It's contestants
I know
of the
Real
real
World
world
is.
and road rules, and they pit them together in different teams, and they have to do challenges, survival style or survivor style challenges. You would probably like it, Scott.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
should like it.
Yeah.
All right, my last one is it's called minced, and it's like chopped, only smaller.
It's just like smaller in length.
I don't
It's
know
just like
what
a-
that
it's
means.
like a Quibi original.
I hate to have to explain my joke, but mince is a mince is a chop is when you chop something.
I get it, but you just said but smaller, and I want to
yeah.
know how
I'm
the show.
gonna
is
leave it at
smaller.
that. No,
Let's leave
I'm
it
gonna
at
leave
that,
it
George.
That's the
That's fair. I'm
joke.
sorry, I'm too literal. I think it's a great joke. I just wanted to.
You just wanted to ruin it.
All
right.
No,
George,
no,
you go
George.
next.
I don't blame you. I usually have more explanation than that, but I didn't.
All right. So my first one. So I came up with one serious and one joke. I'll go with the serious one, or I'm sorry, one serious, two jokes. The first one is just called restaurant swap, and it's just two restaurants, and they have to swap staff for a night, and then everyone has to, you get hidden cameras, everyone goes crazy. It's fun.
Wait, I
What?
feel like that would just work. Like nothing would go wrong because
I mean, I don't know. Maybe
waiters
it's like, what if it's like a Asian restaurant and then like a steakhouse? Yeah,
Oh,
different. And the
yeah,
chefs
that
are like,
sounds
oh,
great.
I'm running around. Yeah. So
how do you
then the
make
next,
a bloomin' onion?
exactly. Who knows? It's hard. You dip it in sauce. I don't know. Number two, I have Ultimate Lonely Grandma Bake Off. So these are grandmas with no families left, and they bake in a competition to win a spot in a retirement home, so they don't have to live alone.
I love it. It has to start with like a long drawn out like expose on the contestant that shows like what happened to her family and why she's alone. That's really
Yeah.
sad.
Holy
And then-
shit.
The last one's just called Hot Eggs, and it's and it's a cooking show. It's a contest type show where you have to make egg related dishes. Except every minute the temperature goes up 1 degree, so the smell just gets worse and worse and
Oh
worse
my
because hot eggs
God.
is awful. So the last person to stay who doesn't throw up wins.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Wait,
it's less
do you
about
not-
cooking.
Yeah.
But you have to cook the entire time
Yeah, yeah.
because that's part
Do
of
you
the smell
not like
process.
eggs, George?
No, I love. It's weird. I have a love-hate relationship with eggs, where it's like sometimes I'll eat an egg, it's like this is good, and then sometimes I'll be eating an egg, and then I'll get disgusted, like the smell of it and the taste of it becomes overwhelming. I don't know, but also like a hot egg, like an egg on, you know what I mean, like a not like
The smell.
like a imagine you like whip up some scrambled egg, and you just leave it out in the hot sun for a little bit.
Ew,
You know what I
okay.
mean? It's not cooked. It's just hot.
I mean,
Okay.
yeah. I mean, rotten eggs is like the quintessential bad smell, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So,
Scott, what are yours?
yeah. So I got two. I got Hash It Out, and that is where you make like weed-based foods like
Oh.
brownies or cookies, and then there's celebrity judges like Snoop Dogg and Willie Nelson.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and they come and they try your weed food, and then they tell you how
They
feel.
couldn't film too many of those in a day, though.
No.
I'd imagine.
No, one per day, but just having Snoop Dogg describe how he feels on like a thing would probably be worth the price of admission.
Yeah.
It would have to be like two people that smoke a lot and then one person that's never smoked.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah. They just go into like a nervous breakdown.
They
That
turn
would be the most
completely
entertaining
blue.
thing, actually.
Yeah, that would be great. And my other idea is Joe's versus Pros, where you have a professional chef have a cook-off with just a normal person who can cook one specific dish really well.
Wait, that exists, Scott.
Oh, really? Okay.
No, I wasn't saying like that's not a good at one, but it's just interesting. Yeah.
Well, it's good enough to exist, apparently.
It's called Beat Bobby Flay. Bobby Flay goes and challenges people and they make their signature dish, and he
Okay.
makes a version of it.
But okay, yeah, and the people are actually good at it.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, so I
Sweet.
guess that's not like a regular person. You could do it with like a person who's
Yeah.
never cooked before.
No. It's somebody. I would make it somebody who's confident in
Oh,
one
okay.
specific dish.
Well, yeah, I'd watch that with like any number of celebrity chefs.
I think
Not
you would
just
watch
Bobby
any
Flay.
show involving cheese, Julia.
That's true.
You know, some people think the moon is made out of cheese.
We propose to develop alternate liquid and solid fuel boosters.
Conspiracy. What are they spraying? Conspiracy.
Did you know that 9/11 actually happened on the moon?
So this week on Funspiracies, I thought it'd be fun to run through the various moonspiracies out there, which are conspiracy theories concerning the moon. And you guys can tell me which ones are your favorite and which ones you think are the most likely. So we'll start here with number one. Number one, we didn't land on the moon. Most people know about this one. Today, up to 5% of Americans think that the moon landing was staged. Skeptics claim the flag show planted on the moon appears to be waving. They say that the footprints on the moon could be not left as they were because of the composition of the dust on the moon, and they even claim that Stanley Kubrick himself filmed the staged moon landing.
That I knew.
Yeah, so that's one. That's number one. Number two, we did go to the moon, but we were told not to go back. Have you ever wondered why we only had one mission to the moon, and why there's no currently any rovers scouring the surface of the moon? Simple. It's because there's aliens on the moon. There's currently an alien space station on the dark side of the moon, or inside the moon itself, where the aliens monitor activity on Earth. It's funny when you look up people's evidence of this; they just like have images of the the surface of the moon, and they're like, "Look at that! That's a moon base," and it just looks like a rock. They're like, that edge couldn't exist naturally. I'm like, that looks like
These
an
are the
edge of
same
a rock."
people that think they know the soil composition of the moon.
Well, Julia, how could you leave a footprint if there's no moisture on the moon?
Right, right.
Yeah.
Anyway, so number three is the same thing as number two, except it's Nazis. So,
Oh, that's great.
at the end of World War II, the Third Reich was able to escape to a secret base on the dark side of the moon, where they are currently building an unstoppable army to finally take over the world.
Whoa.
Yeah, number four. Another common belief is that the moon affects your moods. People claim that moon gravitational pulls can affect the state of the mind just as it affects the tides. These claims range from wilder moods to increased fertility to less likely to sleep and more likely to commit crimes. And finally, number five is that the moon is not real at all. Some people think that at some point in our history, the moon was replaced with a hologram. The theories point to scan lines that you can see on the moon when you videotape it. Which just happens to video sometimes. So
Yeah.
I want to know what you guys think, what your favorite theory on this one is, and what you think is most likely.
Okay, well, the Nazi one is definitely my favorite because I like the idea that the Nazis escaped to the moon, they built a base, and they're somehow building an army on the moon, and then we went there in the 60s, and we found the Nazis, and the Nazis said, "Don't come back here." And then we were just like, okay.
Okay.
And then we just went back to America, and we're like, all right, let's just let them build their army on the moon and not
Yeah.
worry about that or think about that ever.
Also, the idea that they were
Well,
able to
same
get
with
to the moon
aliens.
and not defeat the Allies.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. That's a big jump.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely my
What's
favorite one.
so that's your favorite one, but what's
Yeah.
the one that you think is most likely to be true?
I would say Aliens is most likely to be true.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Not Bigfoot.
Well, I guess either that or just we never went there. Because, I mean, I don't really
so-
believe that, but I feel like that is more plausible than
More
what
likely.
were the other ones? I don't think it's a hologram. What was the fourth one?
That one's mine.
The moon affects your mood.
Oh,
I-
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, that's like the crime rate does go up on a full moon. That's a statistic, so
What?
that could be a
okay.
thing.
That's
Yeah, yeah.
bizarre. Well, I think that's the most like credible one because we're 90% water or something like that. So people like to say that we get affected by it, but I don't see how it could make. Maybe I
mean-
see how it would affect my mood, but I don't know how it would make me like homicidal.
I can feel my tides in my body. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah.
Well, it's like it's a weird coincidence. I don't mean to get all witchy here, but you know, cycles in nature are like very similarly timed. Like for women and the moon and the water, it's all like in sync. So you know,
Yeah. We're like all
how could it be-
connected.
How could it be in
Yeah.
sync when it's not real? I think honestly,
Oh,
the
the moon?
the moon
Right.
being fake is my favorite because it's like the ultimate conspiracy theory. Just like the
Yeah.
one thing that has tangible proof that you can look at to see in the sky.
yeah, that
and
one
it's
is my
just not
favorite.
real.
Well,
But
I
I
don't
think I'm
get-
with
so-
Scott with being the aliens being the most likely.
Did the moon like exist before, and then what happened to it that we had to
Well, it's
replace
like-
it?
People say that it never existed, and some people say that it did exist and then was blown up by aliens or something. People say that the examples of like art of the moon back in the day are just misinterpretations of the sun.
What?
Yeah.
So then we had to create something because people got it wrong. So we had to create something. To
It's
make
weird
them
'cause it
not
also has,
feel
like-
wrong. Like,
Yeah, it has no
Yeah.
reason to
Right.
Yeah.
be.
Exactly. If we
To
could
be.
project anything onto the sky, so we just project this this
Big
ball
gray
for
ball.
some reason.
It would have a Pepsi logo on it. If we
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
it would be
the-
telling us something.
My God.
I
can
like that
picture
it's also could be made of cheese. I can't believe that wasn't one of the options.
Yeah.
That's because I don't know if that's a theory or if that's just like a thing people
That's
tell their
just my
kids.
dream. Yeah.
Yeah, we all dream about it. All right, we
Cheese
don't have a
moon.
segue for the next thing, so I'm just gonna play the thing.
Text us a movie and we'll say it. Text us a movie and we'll say it.
Okay, welcome to Text Us a Movie and We'll Say It, where you text us a movie and we say it live on the air. Today's movie was texted to us by Taylor, who is currently on his
No.
expedition in Africa. No,
He
what?
clubhoused it. He
Oh, he
clubhoused
clubhoused it.
because
Oh my
he
God,
doesn't
sorry.
have cell service, but he found a Wi-Fi place,
Yeah.
and someone exclusive invited him to Clubhouse. So he sent us a voice message.
And we
I hope
also
he's
got
saving-
exclusively invited.
Yeah, now we are on Clubhouse. We just got
Yeah.
we just
Wait,
got
you guys
it
got on
after.
Clubhouse?
Yeah.
Well, he had to send us a
I didn't get my
Clubhouse.
invite. I didn't get my
It
invite.
was in the middle of the show, so maybe it's a little delayed.
Okay.
By the way, if anyone out there ever wants to talk to me, I only communicate through Clubhouse now, so don't even try to text me or email me or do anything.
No.
Anyway, Taylor got to us through Clubhouse, and he sent us Dickie Roberts' former child star. George, if you want to say it after the countdown.
3, 2, 1, go.
Dickie Roberts, former child star.
Wow, great job. I'm pretty sure that's a David Spade movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I think I have one of the scenes with David Spade. This might be.
Oh, we got a
the
clip?
climax
Nice.
here. Yeah.
All right.
We
Nice.
will not vanish without a fight. We're going to live on.
David Spade's so
We're going to
powerful.
survive. Today, we celebrate our Independence Day.
Man, I watch that every 4th of July. Dickie
Yeah.
Roberts. Former child.
It's
Yeah.
so inspiring.
Yeah, that's the scene where he's at the 4th of July barbecue with the family, and he makes that speech.
Wow!
If you want to hear your movie read live on the air, just text it to us. You probably know us. And for everything else, keep listening on Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, anywhere where there's podcasts. We got a new episode every Monday. And yeah, until then, we'll be remembering.
See ya.
See ya.
Watch the skies. Look at the moon.
Look for the glitches everywhere and go with the tides.